In this tutorial we're making 5 beautiful band bracelets all without a loom or a hook. I will also show you 5 magic band tricks with which you can impress your friends. Hey guys! I've been asked so many times to film a rubber band bracelet tutorial and I finally decided to give it a try. I'm gonna share these 5 designs with you today. Some of them you may have already seen, some of them may be new. These are just the ones that I really like. And the best part is that you don't need a loom or a hook to make them. All you need is your fingers and things that you can find around your house. Alright, now go grab your bands and let's get started. First, let's make this beautiful red and green infinity sign bracelet. You'll need any kind of connector charm, a C-clip and some bands. You'll also need a couple of fingers. I'll use a pointer and my middle finger. Stick the rubber band through one infinity loop. Put the band on your fingers by going through one loop with the pointer and through the other with the middle finger. Then put on a second band. Grab your bottom band, pull it over the finger and release. Do the same on the middle finger. Put the next band layer on and again grab the bottom band and pull it over both fingers. From time to time you need to push your bands down to make space for more bands. Go in with a new band and just repeat the step. Pull the bottom band over the top one and over your fingers on both sides. When you reach half of the desired length of your bracelet, take a C-clip and slide it on the band loop on one side. Then pull everything over to the pointer and slide the clip on there as well. The first half of the bracelet is complete, so it's time to make the same band chain on the other side of the infinity sign. Stick the band through the infinity loop, put it on your fingers and then add another band layer. Pull the bottom band over the top one, over the finger and release. As you can see, I'm alternating between red and green bands all the time to get that red-green alternating pattern. You can use any band colors you like. Perhaps just one band color for the entire bracelet, or you can alternate between 3 or 4 different colors. Here comes my last band and the bracelet is long enough for me. To finish off, slide on a C-clip through both band loops like so. And there you go! This cute but simple bracelet is done in literally 2 minutes. And you can make it using any connector charm. How cool is that? Next we're making this pretty beaded band bracelet, but first let's make a simple loom out of 2 pencils, eraser and some tape. Put the pencils on the left and right side of the eraser, then wrap some tape around to hold everything in place. This simple loom can be used to make many different bracelets, and you'll learn a few more designs in this tutorial. For our beaded bracelet we need some beads, twice as many bands. I went with 3 different colors of each, a C-clip and a pencil loom. You can also make this bracelet on 2 fingers, just as we did before. To save me some time, I like to stick a band through the bead first and make a bunch of these beaded bands. You also want to have some bands ready without beads, because we'll be alternating between empty bands and bands with beads. Okay, take your first empty band, put it on the pencils by twisting it so you get a figure 8 or infinity sign. Now take a band with bead, place it on top and pull the bottom band over the top one, over the pencil and release. Since I added a band with bead before, I'm now taking an empty band. Put it on the pencils and again pull the bottom band over the top one. Push the bands down to get space for another layer. Take a beaded band again, stretch it over the pencils and pull the bottom band over the top one on left and right. Time for another empty band. See how I'm alternating between bands with beads and empty bands. I decided to pair green bands with pink beads, yellow bands with blue beads and pink bands with yellow beads for beautiful pastel explosion. I'm just moving between these 3 piles of bands and beads, making sure that I alternate between empty bands and bands with beads. Continue doing this until your bracelet is long enough to fit your wrist. Just a final band and it's time to attach a C-clip. As with previous bracelets, slide it on the band loop on the right, take everything to the left and attach a C-clip on that band loop too. Our bracelet is all done. I really like the combination of bands and beads and I love the pastel colors I chose for this one. It looks like a candy bracelet to me. If you don't have any beads, you can totally make this bracelet by using bands only. Let me show you how easy it is. Instead of making bead band pairs as before, wrap one band 3 or 4 times around another band like so. You can also do this with the help of a bobby pin, for example. Wrap the band 4 times around the pin. Take the other band, put it on top of the pin and stretch. Then push the wrapped band on it like that. Make the bracelet in the same way as before, except now instead of beaded bands, you have these 2 wrapped bands. Start by crossing an empty band, add a band with another band wrapped, and pull the bottom band over the top one on each side. Put on an empty band and repeat. Take another wrapped band. Pull the bottom band over the top one on each side and go on with an empty band again. Just continue alternating between wrapped bands and single bands until the bracelet is long enough. And here's your finished bracelet. Looks just as pretty as the beaded one. Let's now make this cool looking 2-colored chain bracelet. You'll need 2 colors of bands and a clip. You can make this bracelet using 2 fingers or using our DIY pencil loom. Put the blue band on the pencils by twisting it like so. Add a pink band and another blue band on top. Now on the right side, pull the pink band below the first blue one and pull that blue band over the top blue one, making an inverse fishtail stitch. On the left, make a normal fishtail stitch by pulling the bottom blue band over the pencil. Add another pink band and make an inverse fishtail stitch on the left this time. On the right, make a fishtail stitch by pulling the bottom pink band over. And just continue with this pattern. Put on a blue band, inverse fishtail on the right, fishtail on the left. You need to alternate between fishtail and inverse fishtail stitch. Let's see the steps slowly once again. Put on a blue band, make an inverse stitch on the right, and regular fishtail stitch on the left. Add a pink band and make an inverse fishtail stitch on the left and regular fishtail stitch on the right. Go in with blue band again, make an inverse fishtail on the right and regular one on the left. After a while, you'll see the bracelet growing between the pencils in a really cool way. I'm putting on my last band, making the inverse stitch on the right and normal stitch on the left. To finish this bracelet, pull the bottom band over the top one so you're left with only 1 band on the pencils. Take a C-clip and slide it on the right side and then on the left like that. Take the bracelet off the loom and look how beautiful it is. I love how different this bracelet looks with 2 lines all along. Pretty awesome! Next, we're making this interesting knotted bracelet. You will need some bands, a C-clip and a paper clip. Start by transforming a paper clip into a hook. First stretch it a bit and then bend a short piece in like so. Place your first elastic on the pencils by crossing it. Add 2 more rubber bands on top like so. Make a normal fishtail stitch by pulling the bottom band over the top ones. Put on another band and again pull the bottom band over the top ones. Push the bands down and continue as if you were making a fishtail bracelet. You can alternate 2 or more colors all along the bracelet, but this time I decided to make larger parts of colors. First I had a red patch and now I'm making a green one. After 4 to 5 normal fishtail stitches, we need to grab the bottom band that we started our bracelet with and pull it up through the middle of all other bands. For that, we need to make space in the middle by pushing the bands out of the way. Then grab your most bottom band and pull it up like so. Now just continue making normal fishtail stitches. Add a band and pull the bottom band over the other 2 on each side and over the pencil. From time to time you have to pull the bracelet up slightly so that it can continue growing. Here we have our last band, put it on and grab the bottom band over. The bracelet is long enough to fit my wrist, so to finish it I have to pull the bottom band over the top one so that I'm left with only one band on my pencils. Take a C-clip, slide it on the band on the right, repeat on the left side and release the bracelet off the loom. We're all done with this different but cute knotted bracelet. I love how the different colors make kind of a gradient effect. Looks pretty epic, don't you think? Lastly, we're making this awesome detailed chevron rope bracelet. You'll need a bunch of bands and a C-clip. This bracelet requires a loom with 4 pens, so let's make one using 4 pencils, a squared bottle of nail polish and a tape. Place pencils around the polished bottle, one on each side, and secure them in place with tape. Just like that, and we have a 4-pin loom. Alright, let's start with the first band. Place it on the pencils and twist it several times until you get this perfect square in the middle of the loom. See, you need to have a twist beside each pencil. Put the second band on and now we have to pull the bottom band over the top one and over each of the 4 pencils. The first band is very tight because of all the crosses, but after that pulling is way easier. Push the bands down and add another layer. Again, pull the bottom band over the top one on all 4 corners. After a while, the bracelet will start forming here inside and it will look amazing. Just saying. So let's continue adding bands and pulling the bottom band over the top one. I'm alternating between red, yellow and blue bands for fun, colorful bracelet. By the way, how cute are these pencils? Love them! Here comes my last band. As I pull the bottom blue band over the red one, the bracelet is long enough for me. To secure the bracelet, stretch the band from one of the pencils to the opposite one and go below the band on that opposite bracelet. Do the same with the other 2 opposite pencils. Slide the clip on the top band of one pencil and on the top band of the other pencil. Now we can take the bracelet off the loom and see how pretty this rope bracelet looks. Absolutely spectacular! I love the chevron details all around it and the colors make the bracelet so happy and fun. It's a real party bracelet! And that's it for today's tutorial. Let me know what you think about these band bracelets. I must say that I haven't tried to make them before because I thought that they were more for kids, but last couple of weeks I've been kind of obsessed with making them and I just think they're so much fun. And you guys know that I'm a big kid, so it's perfect for me. Okay, I hope you enjoyed the video and if you're new to my channel, don't forget to subscribe by clicking the button down here. I love you and I'll see you soon. Bye! All these 5 bracelets were so easy and fast to make, but look adorable in the end. And what I love the most with the band bracelets is that when you get tired of one bracelet design, you can simply take the bands apart and make new designs out of the same bands. This way you can have a new bracelet every day.